Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm Josh,
And I'm Katie, and we are Fresh Breath.
and we're the Band in the Van. This is the Band in the Van podcast. We're already at episode 6, people. These are just flying.
Look out.
Look out. On this episode, we do a reality check of van life that gets into bodily fluids. We have a good news segment.
About Fresh Breath music and what's been happening there.
Yeah, and we decide what is the real cost of potatoes. And why are the chips made from
so dang expensive?
They're insanely expensive. So we're going to get to it. So let's get to it. Band in the Van podcast. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome back. Episode 6 already. It's crazy. Super stoked about it.
Yeah.
So let's start the 15-minute timer, and we'll get to it.
Sounds good.
We've got some excellent news to share. We're going to start this episode 6 off with some Fresh Breath good news. I'll let Katie explain.
Yeah, so we thought we'd share with you guys, and if you're following us on social media, you might have seen as well, but we were included in a top songs of 2023 list with a radio host out of Toronto, and his name is Paul Corby, and the show is called Corby's Orbit, and he named numerous amounts of Canadian talent, but Fresh Breath song, our song Through My Window, made the list as well, which is really, really exciting and cool to see some recognition. Top 2023 list of someone's favorite releases over the year.
Yeah, so apparently Paul teaches grade school music, a music class in grade school in the Toronto area, and he let us know that he's actually dissecting the song and he's teaching it to his students, which is like kind of mind-blowing to us that he liked the song enough to take the time to do that. And it's kind of like we're just kind of blown away that our parts and the way that we recorded that song was intricate enough or interesting enough to him that he wants to teach it to his students. So we thought that was pretty incredible. So cheers to that.
Cheers to that. And to think that, like between the composition of the song and the lyrics, it's definitely an inspiring song for young people, if you think of it that way. When I grow up, I'm not going to give up, and those kind of sentiments.
If you grow up at all.
You don't have
to
and
just necessarily
to
grow up.
Kind of like have a little bit of a positive daydream, and like he kind of described it as like it comes and goes quicker than you can
I just realized that the way we said that sounded weird. Not that they're not going to continue to live. That just growing old is inevitable, but growing up is optional. So that's what the song is about.
Right. Thanks for clarifying.
It sounded a little strange.
Don't be dying on us.
Don't you go dying on me.
Also, some good news. We got accepted to the Road to Revelree contest, or I guess it's like
showcase.
It's a concert series to showcase bands from all over Ontario that are going to vie for a spot.
Not just Ontario too. I think there's
there's some Montreal bands. Yeah. So number one, if you want to check out Through My Window and you haven't yet, there's a lyric video on this channel. And there's also a live performance video of that song from our CD release on this channel. And if you want to come support
the Road to
Revelree, our date is in April, so just follow us on social media. I will give a little. It'll be here.
Ticker tape.
It'll be here, and you can do that and help support us that way too. So that's some Fresh Breath good news at the beginning of episode 6. We are stoked about that. So
sure.
Yeah.
And the Revelree Music Festival is like. We're thinking that's like what replaced Bayfest in Sarnia.
I think so.
Because remember Bayfest? I don't know if anyone
Bayfest was great.
But we had gone back then, and it was in Sarnia, and it was this awesome, huge festival, and then it kind of stopped happening. But I think Revelree Fest is kind of like the new festival coming in.
I don't know if it's the same organizers
Probably
or anything,
not.
But it's just like the festival that
their latest like music festival that they do, and it's in July.
This is all speculation on our point.
July 19th, and I know this fact. I know the fact that it's on July 19th and 20th.
That's a fact.
In this year.
The whole Bayfest.
And so if the whole point of the Road to Revelree is that 2 bands will win spots to perform at the big festival in July. So that's
and it's not like a huge festival. Like I think it's a 2-day, probably 4 or 5 bands each day. So it's not like one of these big independent ones where there's 500 bands. Like it's
So
I
if
think
you
it's
get a
spot,
spot, like an opening spot on one of these, it's going to be like with a really awesome, like big lineup of some touring musicians, which would be awesome.
So if you want to help us and support with that, you can hop in your car. I don't care where you live. You
drive to Sarnia.
Drive to Sarnia, and you scream your face off for us. And then I don't know, bribe some judges or something. Do whatever you got to do.
We would love you for that. We'll be there, and the full band's coming with us, which is exciting. So
yeah, we definitely are excited after the last few shows that we've had down here. We've I don't know, we played 4 or 5 in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And it's been great. Word's spreading, and our following from last year has been showing up in full force.
They're slowly starting to arrive.
It's good, yeah. And I said full force, and then you said slowly.
That's 2 conflicting things.
My perspective is of showing up in full force. But the
it's
shows
like
have been
a trickle down thing, and everyone arrives at different times. So it's
they do.
But we were discussing how many. I'm doing this thing where I get really loud. Sorry, guys. We were discussing how many husband and wife duos are here. It's so interesting because it's like there's husband and wife duos, and they're around, but like
there's tons of them.
But
it seems to be the majority down here.
Every act around here is like a husband and wife act, which is pretty cool. So we've been meeting a lot of them. We play at Laguna Bob on Fridays, and every Friday after we're done, another husband and wife come in and play after us called the Do-Over, and they're great, so much fun. And then there's another couple called Chrome Wheels, and we just hung out with them the other day too, and they're a husband and wife that come down here every year. So we're definitely finding like our tribe of husband and wife musicians, and
there's a lot of them, and we're trying to figure out like why it works and like why. I don't know why it seems to be the thing, but I feel like it's just because it's a lot of camping, and it's a lot of people that are touring musicians that
travelers and
travel a lot, and like it's just so much easier to do when it's just a husband and wife living in a small space. And so it just seems like that's the philosophy that works down here.
It must be something like that.
There's a bunch of big bands too, but it seems like there's a lot of local bands that tear it up down here that go do the RGV and stuff. But because we've been discussing trying to get our full band down here, and we're still just testing the water and seeing how we can do it and what makes sense logistically. But it just seems like the duo, the husband and wife, the people that aren't afraid to sleep in close quarters for a long amount of time without showers every day.
Or the locals. Like there's a lot of locals.
I don't know if you noticed how the beautiful
I found
lush
a shower
this is.
today, and it was lovely.
Today was shower day.
Yes.
And so we were feeling fresh.
We figured we'd shoot the
breath
podcast.
Yeah. And we got my teeth brushed, and
wow.
Got my face all washed up.
Happening.
I'm sure you can tell in high definition if you're watching this on a television that we look fantastic.
Sparkle.
Yeah. Like the last one that we shot, I'm surprised there wasn't like one of those pig pen like things coming out of my armpits and stuff.
Just look at yourself.
It's few and far between.
Oh, it's not that bad.
The one thing that I'm really liking though is I'm seeing sunglass tan line.
Yeah, look at that.
Hey?
Totally, me too.
I don't feel. Katie is forever red or white. There's no in between.
I'm trying to do my best to protect my
skin.
Stay
hydrated down here. It's a big deal.
And that means putting lotion on and whatever I have to do.
It's true. Okay, so now we're going into I know there's a million segments that we keep getting into, but we keep coming up with
We'll bring them all back slowly.
Yeah, they're all going to come back around. But this one, what do we call it? We were calling it, the reality check. The reality of living in a van. And the thing is like, we just want to be open and honest with everybody. This is like not the most glamorous way to live if you're used to normal stuff. But so like the shower today was great, and it's warm and hot, and like
fine.
it's lovely.
Private
it's
enough.
Few and far between sometimes, and you gotta sometimes you gotta take a cold shower. But the other day in the van we have a cassette toilet, and it's like for like pees in the middle of the night or like late when you're
just like I can't make it like
to a bathroom or whatever. So like, and it's for number one only. Exclusively, unless it's like a wild like lobster bisque emergency.
Which hasn't happened
Which
yet,
I touch wood, but that hasn't happened yet.
We don't eat lobster biscuits.
But anyways, I try not to just because of that. The one night we ate we had curry and like Indian food,
yes.
and then we slept in the van, and that it ended up being fine. But
rolling the dice.
The moral of the story is that it's for number one. And so anyways, Katie was in the bathroom a couple nights ago, which is like where I'm sitting, and I was in the reading area or the cockpit or wherever over there, and Katie just finished having a pee, and I forgot that we hadn't put one of the there's like air freshener things for holding tanks that we put in, and it like you can't smell it at all.
It helps.
It's it's just like very fragrant or whatever. So anyways, I'm like, oh, I'll just put that in after you're done before like I close it up and whatever. So anyways, we leave the lid open. Katie literally just finished having a pee, and I dropped this puck into the toilet from about 1 foot, and I should have really just released it softly in there because it went whoop, and then so Katie's fresh pee just went all over my face.
Yeah,
and I'm not into that. That's not like one of the things that I'm into. And that's a serious reality check of living in the van, is that sometimes you get pee on your face.
And then I think he was like, no, oh my God,
yeah. I screamed, I washed my face vigorously.
Yeah, you got like alcohol wipes out or something.
I feel like it looks better, like the texture of my skin. There might be something to it. Nice. But anyways, that is a van life reality check, and it's so super gross. And I hope nobody's turned this podcast off because of that. But that was probably the grossest thing that's happened.
Things like that happen. I mean, we try to do our best to keep the van clean and whatever. And there is a toilet in a small space, so you got to watch out. But other than that, we've been doing okay. I've had a little bit of a neck shoulder thing going on, but I had it before we even left. So, sometimes just sleeping in the van, like, don't get me wrong, we sleep really well. Yeah. But sometimes you'll just like sleep a certain way, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm getting older, probably. But I kind of woke up with a kinked neck and shoulder the one day, and I couldn't move my head. And luckily, Josh is really good at, stretches and
sensual massage,
those kinds of things. So I'm feeling much better like a few days later, but that's really hard to deal with in the van because you can't like stretch out. You gotta kind of like hover, and that also could be why stuff like that happens, right?
You're already doing a forward fold to put your jeans on every day.
So you got to be limber. So we've been trying to make sure we get out of the van, do some stretches, yoga.
Every day.
We've been working out, walking, and making sure we get the blood flowing. Because if you just sit in the van too long, you can get like really stiff.
Anybody knows when you go on a long road trip, when you just sit too long. You do, yeah. So, and because you can't get up and walk around in here, if you're just sitting too long, it'll mess you up. So it has been a van life reality check. Yeah, so like everybody out there isn't just like, oh, it's fucking the best out there.
He's the best. I love it.
And not gonna lie to you, we're on the beach. It is. It's great. But sometimes you get pee on your face. And
sometimes you throw your neck out.
Yeah, and neither of those are what we're into. So oh my God. Okay. So
my God.
Now to the economy. All right. We're gonna get I'm just kidding. Insane. But this is I'm for real. The economy of potato chips.
Oh, this is real.
This is real.
Okay, this is also kind of a reality check segment, but
yeah, but like I thought that potato chips were way too expensive in Canada. It's like $7 for a bag of Doritos.
It's like $5 to $7 for like name brand.
It's insane. So the thing I'm going to say is Doritos should be $7 because they had to pay scientists to put 7,000 chemicals together and put it on a corn chip to make it taste like extreme Doritos or whatever. So those should be $7 because it's not even food.
A million ingredients.
It's not even food. Right. Now, just potatoes that are like sliced with like a crinkle cut and then either baked or thrown into hot oil should not be $5 or $6 a bag
for like, which is probably what, 2 potatoes.
It's insane. Yeah, it's bananas. But so when we got down here in the States, like most stuff is relatively cheap compared to
You're like,
Canada.
oh, chips maybe will be
No,
cheaper.
chips are not. They're $5 or $6 a bag, American, U.S. dollars.
So you got to get the no name, just like at home.
You get no name deals, and like same thing. Doritos are even more expensive. Like I said, we've
Sorry,
covered this.
Doritos, you got to go.
Yeah, like they're not even food. Have you ever looked at the ingredients in a Dorito? I'm sorry, Doritos, we're shitting on you. I don't care if you don't want to sponsor this pod.
By Doritos.
Not sponsored by not Doritos. Is this time to insert my Doritos joke?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I wouldn't think of a better time.
All right. I have this really bad dad joke, and I'm going to tell it now. And we didn't run through this. I just want you to know we don't script any of these podcasts. But what does a person with IBS call corn chips?
What?
Diaritos.
Ow.
Feel free to take that one, fathers everywhere. Or is that inappropriate for children? I don't know. But
I feel like it's poop jokes.
Poop jokes. Poop jokes, fart jokes.
That's what we're about today.
They go a long way. We're talking about shit and feet and pee-pee.
It's like feet and pee-pee and shit and stuff like that.
Our morals have degraded, I guess, in the last little bit.
What? Speak for yourself.
I guess. I don't know.
It's 11:11, and we've got 11 seconds left
on the podcast. All right, well, that 15 minutes just flew by. I'm not going to lie to you. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for hanging around. If you wouldn't mind sharing, liking, commenting on this video, tell your friends about it. If anybody's
smash that subscribe button.
Definitely let people know. Did you just cancel that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't get to hear the buzzer today.
Bing,
but
bing.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Band in the Van. It was a real reality check for us this week, and for you guys as well.
Yeah, and let us know in the comments if you're going to be coming out to Sarnia to Road to Revelree. If you also enjoyed Through My Window this year, a release.
Yeah, definitely go look at that video. It's on the same YouTube channel. There's, like I said, there's a lyric video as well as a live performance video. The band knocked it out of the park at the CD release party. Yeah. They really did.
And let us know if you have any questions about van life, about our reality checks, or if there's anything that you're wondering about what we're up to in the van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Other
cheers.
than that, we'll see you guys next Sunday.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Go Tex.